Well, I think, again, I'm not sure if I should, any time, even with our children, right, that there is an issue, right, the immediate reaction is to be reactive to it. Like in that example you gave recently, we were flying with one of our kids and she gets concerned if we're late for flights.
Concerned is an understatement.
Okay. Trying to protect the innocent. So, right, one way, and I find myself really having this internal conversation, how much do you fall into that emotional cycle, or how strong are you to step out of it and be able to deal with it in a way that's, again, non-reactive?
Well, part of that story is she woke up the day we're about to fly with a nightmare she had about the flight. And so she's telling me this and I'm thinking, do I take any of this seriously, or do I just comfort her and realize this is her subconscious mind because she's afraid and whatever? But yeah, for a second I was like, maybe we should change our flight.
Why is this so important? So I'd like to give a little bit of what I would say maybe a scientific background and then a spiritual background to this understanding. So there's a great book, again, which I do strongly recommend, The Marshmallow Test. I think you might have mentioned it in previous podcasts. And it's based on a very well-known scientist. His name is Walter Mischel.
I'm going to get hungry because you're talking about marshmallows and I'm going to talk about chocolate chip cookies in a second. So again, it's a very famous test that he did with really preschool kids at Stanford University at the nursery there. And though if you haven't seen it, there's somebody who one of his, I think, students recreated, I think maybe some YouTube videos. The basic structure of the test is this. What it came out to be this, although it's interesting, he talks about how it evolved. You sit a series of kids in a room, you put one marshmallow in front of them and you tell them, you can have this marshmallow now by ringing this bell, or if you wait 10 minutes, 15 minutes until I come back in the room, you'll get 2 marshmallows. And so obviously some kids couldn't resist. They, after 1 minute of the proctor walking out of the room, they rang the bell, they had the marshmallow. And of course others were able to wait longer and longer and longer. That's delayed gratification, right? The ability, even within a child, to say, if I can have something better later, I'd rather wait and delay my gratification rather than having a smaller amount of enjoyment right now. And that, again, as I said, I do recommend reading this book because it gives us a lot of insight into the psychological and really natural reasons and ways by which we fall into instant gratification and maybe learn to delay gratification and receive even more.